So you went to Harvard Medical School. I assume your immigrant parents were saying, great, my son is going to be a doctor.
Yes, absolutely.
So when you told them you weren't going to be a practicing doctor, what did they say?
They were very confused. They were very, very confused. I had this idea in my mind. I did a lot of work in public health. I had some great mentors at Harvard, and I really wanted to see how could I have a bigger impact beyond individual patient care. And so I first went to the World Health Organization, then I went to McKinsey. But all of this time, I certainly think my parents were assuming I was going to go back and do a residency and become a cardiologist and kind of finish the journey. And it never actually worked out that way.
Well, for a while, you were, I guess, a protege of Paul Farmer, the famous doctor who was at Harvard for a while, among other places. And you then did other things to help people in India. You went back working with street children in India?
That's right, yes.
So did your parents say, you have a Harvard Medical School degree and you're making no money in India? India's a great country, but why don't you go practice medicine? Did they ever say that?
My father would ask, I worked so hard to get out of these places, why are you working so hard to go back to them? Was certainly a confusion he had in his mind. But overall, my parents were very supportive of this public health goal I had.
Okay, so you ultimately came to McKinsey after some public health work, and why did you not stay at McKinsey?
McKinsey was a great training ground for a physician who didn't know anything about a P&L, a balance sheet, knew nothing about M&A or valuation. I learned a lot very quickly, but I just felt like I was a little bit detached from the real action. And I had an opportunity presented to me to join Novartis Pharmaceuticals to really try to look at our R&D strategy at Novartis at the time. And it was a little bit of a whim, sort of a gamble to try to see how that would work out. I would have never imagined it would have unfolded the way it did, but it was really great.
All right, so you work your way up, and then at the age of 40, somebody at Novartis says, we have a 40-year-old who didn't go to business school, is not from Switzerland, and he's a medical doctor who's never practiced medicine. Let's make him the CEO.
That's right.
So were you surprised?
I was shocked. I was shocked when they first asked me to even be part of it. I mean, I had been head of drug development. I had the opportunity to do so many different roles at Novartis in developing vaccines. I worked in our vaccines division, leading a little bit of our generics unit, working in drug development for many, many years. And I think part of the reason they were interested is because I had gotten a background in R&D. But I think it was also not only my age, but also the fact that I think no other major pharmaceutical company had an R&D head or a development head as their CEO.